Hey everyone, I'm Helen and welcome to my class. Today's practice is Happy Birthday Yoga. This is for anyone who's celebrating their birthday, or even if it's your unbirthday. And if you know the story of Alice in Wonderland, you know what an unbirthday is. It's not my birthday today, but I thought it'd be nice to do a class just to celebrate who you are. We often celebrate ourselves on our birthdays. We may have some negative views about an age we've reached, but every day is a gift and it is a luxury to get older. So let's celebrate being in this amazing era of our lives. And if it is your birthday, happy birthday to you. I celebrate you. And today we'll just have a really feel good, enlivening practice where we celebrate ourselves along the way. So come to a comfortable seat, whatever that means to you. If sitting cross legs is a bit challenging, you can always sit on a block or a bolster just to elevate your hips above the knees. Nice tall spine, shoulders come up and then back and down. Palms are going to be facing up today. This represents receiving and being uplifted. Close the windows of the eyes. Center in on your breath. Notice how you feel in the body. What your energy level is. Taking a moment to thank yourself, to celebrate yourself, for investing in your health and well-being, getting on that mat and doing something good for you. And with a soft gaze, so we open the eyes. Wonderful. Place the right hand on the outside of the right hip. Inhale this left arm up and we'll lean over into a side stretch, grounding down that left hip, reaching out of the waist, feeling good, maybe letting the neck go and just moving it around a bit, getting rid of any kinks that you might have. Then come back up and we'll come over to the other side, grounding this left hand. Right arm comes over, sitting into that right hip. Shoulders are relaxed, leaning into the side body, maybe moving the neck around a bit, feels good. And inhale, come back up. And both arms come up to the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, rotate round to the right. Hand on the knee, the other one behind you, lengthening out the spine, tall spine. As you exhale, maybe twisting 1 millimeter more towards the back. Keeping the shoulders relaxed, chin parallel to the earth. Deep breaths. Enjoying this feeling of rotation. It's almost like you're wringing yourself out. Then inhale, back to center and over to the other side. Lengthen the spine as you inhale and as you rotate maybe 1 millimeter more. Looking over that back shoulder. Chin parallel. And inhale, lift back up. Hands come to the knees. On an inhale, come forward in the waist. And we'll do a few circles, sometimes called stirring the pot. Just rotating around the spine and the hips. Inhaling as you come forward and exhaling as you round back. Couple more in this direction. Just waking up those hips. Getting the juices flowing, feeling all of that prana around the body, and then go the other way. Feels so good. Making this a fluid motion, enjoying how it feels. And then back to center. We'll come over the hands and knees and come into a tabletop. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. On an inhale, the belly dips and the chest and the head come up for a cow. And as you exhale, rounding through the lower spine, pushing away through the hands for a cat. Feet can be relaxed or the toes tucked, whatever feels good for your body. We'll move through a couple of these in time with the breath. So inhaling up and then exhale, rounding. Feeling that articulation of the spine feels so good. Just move it and groove it in all these different ways. And then back to the midline, the neutral. Move the hands, one handprint in front. Tuck the toes, seat comes up. Our first downward facing dog. So hands are around shoulder width. Upper back is wide with the shoulders pushing away from the front of the mat. Sit bones to the sky. Spine is long. The knees can be bent. And the heels start to descend. You can pedal out the feet. Enjoying how it feels in your body. Remembering to keep pushing down on the inner hand. Keeping that upper back wide. Space around the neck. Then start to settle the heels. Deep breaths. Enjoying this feeling in the body. And look forward, come to the tiptoes and tiptoe gently to the front of the mat. When you get there, bend the knees and drape the upper body over them. Maybe the backs of the hands come to the earth. Sway gently side to side. If it feels okay in your body, you can maybe start to straighten the knees and grab the elbows. Swaying in a little ragdoll. Gradually settle in the center. Hands come to the hips. On an inhale, engage in the front spine. We come all the way up to standing. Arms come to the sky for tall mountain. Full body stretch. Palms to chest. We'll move through a sun salutation variation. Inhale, palms come up. Exhale, bend the knees. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, right foot steps back, right knee comes to the earth. On an inhale, torso comes up for this low lunge. We'll bring the palms together at the third eye. And take a moment here to tune into your intuition. And maybe you have a visualization for what you want for yourself the rest of this year. If it's your birthday, it's often an anniversary where we reflect, but we can also project into the future. And then hands come down, back toes tuck and the knee lifts, step back, downward facing dog. Roll forward to plank. We're lowering knees, chest and chin. Little cobra, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Right foot steps up between the hands. Back knee descends. Low lunge. This time, bring the hands to the heart. Connect with your heart. Your deepest desires. What do you want for yourself for the rest of the year? Maybe you can visualize you having it. Then hands come down. Back knee lifts. Step forward. Forward fold. On an inhale, front spine engages all the way up to standing. Palms to chest. Again, inhale, palms lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Left foot steps back. Left knee descends. On an inhale, palms come up to the sky. Palms to the third eye. Take a moment. Connect with your visualization. Then palms down, back knee lifts, step back, plank. Knees, chest and chin. Little cobra, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Left foot steps up, right knee descends. Arms up to the sky. Palms to the heart. Connect with your desire. Then palms plant, back knee lifts, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, tall mountain. Palms to chest. Now step out to the side and come into tree pose. Grounding down into the right foot. externally rotate this left hip. You can keep the foot on the floor or bring it to the shin or the inner thigh. Fixed gazing point. An ice cream scoop in this left glute. Pressing foot into thigh and vice versa. Union of opposites. Grounding down into the standing leg. Tall spine. Crown to the sky. Maybe the arms come up with wide branches. This is a very stable version of tree. The more challenging version is to bring the hands together. You can even bring them to the heart in a lotus. The lotus is a symbol of new beginnings, new growth. Again, maybe connect with what you want for yourself for the rest of this year. This new year, if it's your birthday, or even if it's your unbirthday. And whatever hand or arm version you're in, palms come together, knee comes to the center line, and release down, shake it out. Side B, grounding down into this left leg, externally rotating the right thigh, rooting down to rise, tall spine, fixed gazing point, foot can remain on the floor, or this right foot can come into the shin or the thigh, union of opposites, pressing in, foot into thigh, vice versa, activating root lock, perineum, mula bandha. Maybe bringing the arms up, wide branches, or maybe together, or maybe you have that lotus again at your heart. New beginnings, new visions, new desires for the year ahead. Taking a breath. Focus mind, focus attention. Then palms together, knee to the front, release down and shake it out. Moving on to another balance pose, eagle. Bending into both knees. The key to this posture is knees bent, locking together, zipping up the inner legs. Grounding down into the right foot. Left knee lifts, cross over. This might be your position with your toes on the floor. If it's available, you can double wrap. Arms come out to a T. Left arm comes under the right. Get my mirroring wrong. Elbows lift, shoulder height. Breathe here. An eagle, a great symbol of freedom. How free do you want to feel over the next year? Maybe freedom is what you desire. And then from here we will release our eagle and come out, stretch out and release down, shake it out. Second side, bending into both knees, zipping up the inner thighs. This time grounding down into the left foot, lifting this right knee up, crossing over. This might be your eagle. Maybe you double wrap. Whatever leg is on top, that same arm comes under. Elbows to shoulder height. Fixed gazing point. Eagle is a symbol of freedom. Are you free in your mind? Do you have freedom in your body? The gift of our consistent yoga practice is that we open our body and we open our minds. And from here we'll unravel, release, let your eagle fly and release down. Wonderful. We'll come down to the floor. Feet are on an angle, slightly wider than the hips, palms to chest, and we'll sit down through Yogi Squat Malasana. As you get down, press the arms into the inner legs, lengthen the spine, shoulders away from the ears, upper back wide, crown to the sky, chin parallel to the earth, chest lifted. Breathe here. This might be your squat. Your heels may also be lifted. That's okay. Deep breaths. Then extend the arms out in front. Bring the seat to the earth. we'll come into Paschimottanasana, lengthening out of the waist. Arms come up, shoulders away from the ears, space around the neck, tipping from this hip crease. We come forward, feet are flexed. You can't come any further forward with a straight spine. Bring the arms down to wherever is comfortable. Lengthen and then descend over. Imagine the little toe side of your foot is coming towards you and the big toe is moving away. You can even press the thumbs into the base of the big toes and hold on to the outside of the feet if that's available, lengthening and descending over. As you fold in on yourself, you can use it as a time to turn inward. Tuning in to sensation, noticing the thoughts that are going through your head. Inhale, lift up. Come all the way back up. Bring this left knee into the chest. Give it a little hug. Lengthen the spine. Make sure you've got about a fist distance in between the foot and the thigh. Back hand comes behind, left arm to the sky. As you exhale, come inside. Internally rotate this left shoulder. Bend the elbow, and the back of your hand might come to your rump. You can reach around and grab for a bind. If that is not within your reach, you can use a belt, or you can just visualize that you have hold of it. And coming forward. We come up gently, release, shake it out, side B. Lengthen out of the waist, lean forward inside this leg, internally rotate the shoulder, maybe a bind, maybe not. Lengthen in, coming forward, trying to keep the shoulders parallel to the earth. Then inhale, come back up. Release this leg, shake it out. We'll come all the way down onto the back, bringing the knees into the chest. Spreading the knees apart, feet come up to the sky. You can reach up and grab the outside for happy baby. Trying to keep the entire spine on the floor. Knees to armpits, feet to the sky, feet flexed. Spine long. And if you like, you may grab the big toes with the peace fingers. Extend one leg long. Back to bend, other leg long. Be mindful of the hamstrings. You can do this as well by just holding onto the back of the thighs. We'll rotate a couple of times side to side. Releasing the back of the knee here. Getting into the hamstrings. And then maybe both legs at the same time for an upside down straddle. Pushing the heels away from you, flexing the feet. Gently return to the midline, bringing the knees together, a little squeeze. Feet come down to the earth. Heels directly underneath the knees. On an inhale, pelvis lifts. We come into a bridge pose, keeping the upper back wide, not scrunching up the shoulders. Maybe the hands face down on the earth. Imagine the tailbone is going towards the backs of the knees. Gently lower to the earth. Release the left leg long on the mat. right knee comes into the chest, left hand on the right knee, pull over and come into a spinal twist. Right arm maybe is in cactus, lift the head off the floor, turn it mid-air towards the right, and then release it down. Join the stretch, feels so good. Back to the center line. Bring the left knee in, and now the right leg extends. Same sequence on this side. Right hand outside the left knee, left arm to cactus. Rotate over to the right, lifting the head, turning it mid-air, looking to the left and then releasing it down. Enjoying the stretch. Enjoying how it feels in the body. Celebrating you, and that you can move your body in this way and you have the freedom to do so. And come back to the middle. Knees come into the chest, one last little squeeze, and then we'll release out into Savasana. Allow the feet to flop open, hands to the sky, shoulders are down the back of the neck is long and the chin is slightly tucked, jaw is relaxed, tongue is relaxed, face is relaxed, mind is relaxed. Take a moment to thank yourself for coming to the mat, for celebrating you, for giving yourself this gift of me time, something that we often don't do. You make an agreement with yourself that me time is non-negotiable, not just on your birthday, but on your unbirthday as well. It will make your life so much more enjoyable when you get these moments of peace to yourself. When you're ready, start to wiggle the fingers and toes and we'll gently come out. Maybe a full body stretch. Always feels so good. One by one, bringing the knees into the chest. Try and be rocking and rolling on the sacrum. And then when you're ready, just come over onto your favorite side. Pause a moment. Reconnect. Recalibrate. And then when you're ready, gently push up to a comfortable seat. Keeping the eyes closed. This time hands will come down on the knees to feel grounded, tall spine. Center in on the breath. Bring the palms to your chest. Send an internal celebration to yourself. Happy birthday. Happy unbirthday. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you. Thank you for practicing with me. I truly appreciate everybody that does. If you like this class, please give me a thumbs up, maybe a subscribe and a little comment underneath. It helps with the engagement of my videos and pushes them out to more people. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.